Well, this lady coming up is a wahine noa, a woman of strength. And if you haven't seen this book yet, it's called Wahine Noa, For the Life of My Country. Keahi Felix. Check it.
Hello, everyone. Aloha. I have some good news. The woman who won the Miss Aloha Hula, or Hula Aloha, however you said it, danced to the tune Kalana Napua. Do you know what Kalana Napua was? Ai pohaku, we will eat stones rather than submit to the palapala of the enemy. I was at home looking at my computer, and when she came on, I said, oh my, win. Of course, I don't know anything about hula, so I thought, she didn't have a chance. And lo and behold, the judges thought she had it. And her kumu, Mapuana de Silva, said later on, this is the anniversary of the woman who wrote the lyrics to that song, Prendergast. And it was her birthday, and this girl wins on that birthday. So I'm very, very happy. Ai pohaku. Speaking about eating, everybody's been talking about food. Why would I have a jar of sunflower seed butter up here? Sure, it's organic, but that's not the reason I have it. It says, the slogan for this company says, we spread integrity. That's what they butter their bread with. We spread integrity. And I think that's what this event of the Aloha Uprising and the lawful Hawaiian government are trying to do. We may do it in different ways, but I think I'll continue the way Uncle Pat was talking about, only I'm going to go back to Liliuokalani. All right, you picture this is January 17, 1893. Liliuokalani has to make the decision. What do we do? Go kill him? Or find another way? She says, if I tell my people to fight, they're going to be massacred. And we're going to rain down the reign of terror from the United States. If I abdicate my throne, am I letting my people down? So what did she say? What did she think? Her advisors, the cabinet, some of them were no good. So she searched into her soul, and she said, well, she didn't say it, but this is what I'm thinking. She made her decision on law and political integrity. She knew law from small kid time. At the Royal School for Chiefs, she had been reared with the other chiefly children. Of course, the kind of hard schooling they had, I wouldn't give to any of my students. But from there, she was always reared as a li'i. Then when her brother, King Kalakaua, took his trip around the world talking about Hawaii, she was the regent in his stead. So she had about a year, almost a year, to be the head of state. She was the chief executive, the wahine, moi wahine. So she decided, and that's why we're here. If she had done the other way, we might not be here. Almost 21 years ago, I had the opportunity to go and help the Hawaiian people in Anahola, Kauai. Of course, you might not think it's an opportunity, but I was there with 13 other people. We called ourselves the Anahola 14 because we wanted to safeguard the 3 families who had built a cultural center and their homes with their own money. They had tried to get Hawaiian homelands, but at every point they were refused. So they just went on the land, kipuka. The state of Hawaii didn't like it, said, we're going to evict you. Either you go or you're going to face eviction. Now, I had been reading about this in the paper, so I knew the background, but I didn't know everything. I didn't know very much about Hawaiian law at that time, or any law, but I could see the injustice. So I stepped forward when they asked, whoever will stay after this luau, if you're ready, if you're willing to be arrested, remain and we'll talk strategy. That's how I got my name, Keahi, the fire, because we needed a Hawaiian name and I didn't have it. I only spent 1 day in jail, but that was a turning point for me. And the thing was, like Liliuokalani, I didn't know which way to go after we got out of jail because I had doubts. I could see the injustice, but I didn't know the laws. But something in me just kept, hang on. And I began to learn about Hawaii until I found out through Dr. Keanu Sai's work that Hawaii is a country, not just an appendage of another country. And that's how my book came about. It's part of my life work to give the story of the Anahola 14 and then continue through research to give the picture of where the legal and political story is. And finally, at the end of the book, I take a character out of the Kumulipo chant, a woman named La'i, and I fabricate a story. It's fiction, but in it is the hula, in it is the ipu, and all of those things. So when I wrote that story, I thought, oh my goodness, here I am touching the most sacred chant of the Hawaiian people. But something in me said, do it. So I did. Liliuokalani had a motto, Oni Pa'a, stand firm. Here we are, we're standing firm. But she didn't, when she said Oni Pa'a, stand, she didn't mean you gotta slouch. She meant keep your eyes on the road. Not only see who's coming, but what step you can take. And me now, Kupuna, if I can only take half a step, I still step. And that's the way we go. So aloha.